Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to Inside Lunchbox with your boy Chef Maq and Chef Jay.
Hey.
And we also have a new member of our group. His name is Leviticus Maximus. He's going to be our sound guy. Hey, you want to give us an introduction, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Levi. I met these two fine individuals at our local VFW, and we got to talking about food and how much we all love food. And I was invited to run their soundboard for them.
Awesome. So today we have a good show. We're going to talk about groceries versus takeout. And not saying which one is better, but just which one do you prefer? Do you prefer grocery shopping daily, weekly, monthly, or do you just want to go and take out?
Or maybe they have special nights to where they do take out. Or like a special hamburger night.
Hamburger night.
Hamburger, yeah.
Yeah.
We had that when I was a kid growing up. Every Wednesday was hamburger night and Unsolved Mysteries.
Hey, that's a good tradition. Unsolved Mysteries. Hey man, Unsolved Mysteries was a good show. It used to scare me when I was a kid.
Yeah. X-Files too.
X-Files used to
That
scare
was
me.
creepy.
Hey, Scully was sexy though.
Oh yeah, she was.
Scully was very cute. But yeah, so me personally, I guess I'll start with myself. Just up until last week, I really didn't grasp the grocery and takeout thing. I prefer grocery shopping because I felt that it's cheaper, but I've noticed in the last week or two it's not necessarily cheaper to grocery shop, especially when it's just you and a kid. But I do like to grocery shop once a day. I've always been that guy that grocery shop once a day. Sometimes I do it for the week, but most of the time it's once a day. Like if I think about what I want to cook, I'll go ahead and grocery shop.
That's very European of you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's definitely European. Germans, they shop once a day. Then their stores close after each segment of the day. Like they'll open up for the morning and then they'll close down. You know, so I don't know, Chef. How do you prefer to shop?
I usually tend to shop for the payday. Like when I get paid, I budget everything out and try to go say, okay, I'm going to do this and this, then this one day. I'll have takeout this day. I'll bring something home from work or eat out with a friend, and then try to make the meals go that way.
Okay.
But it doesn't always work out like that.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Like I go grocery shopping. Next thing I know, I'm buying food takeout because I get home at 6:00. And I'm like, man, forget this crap. I'm going to Subway, going to Taco Bell, Panda Express, and then I still got a turkey in my freezer from Thanksgiving last year. That's crazy. Like I still haven't pulled that slap joker out.
You're ready for this year. It's coming up. It's right around the corner.
I probably still won't use it. I don't know.
You better thaw that thing out and make a brine.
I got a whole turkey in there just sitting there. So I thought about putting it on the grill and doing like a whole bird on the grill. But I don't know. We'll see. But
Smoker.
See, I love smoked turkey, especially those turkey legs. It's so delicious. I think turkey holds its flavor very well. It just dries out too fast.
What were those that we were going to grill that day we did the ribs? You called them Dino wings or something?
Oh, so I was going to take the wings from the turkey. You know, you got buffalo wings. I was going to do Dino wings because it's the turkey wings, and I was going to mix them up with like a buffalo sauce or an Asian sauce.
Well, turkey is technically a dinosaur.
Really?
So we're eating dinosaurs.
Oh,
yeah, when you eat chicken and you eat turkeys, you're eating the descendants of the remaining dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah. What about, I guess, alligators too, right? When you eat them gator bites?
Actually, no. Alligators are closer to reptiles, whereas birds are closer to actual dinosaurs. When we think of dinosaurs, we think of big reptiles, but that's not necessarily what they were.
Oh.
I see that.
That is quite
I don't
interesting.
eat alligator anyway. I don't eat any reptiles, frogs, snakes. No, I'm good.
I thought frog was your favorite thing,
No,
especially
now she's going to this frog issue. I think I already told the story on.
You did.
I don't know. So Levi wasn't part of the show. So Levi, check this out. So I don't do frog legs. Frog legs is something I don't do, and the reason why, because I was probably around 13 or 14 years old, and I was looking at YouTube, and internet was fairly new. That's when they had the you got mail or the you got to load up.
Yahoo!
Yahoo! So I'm up there looking at frog legs, and this guy's up there seasoning them up, and he threw some salt on them, and them things started twitching and and jump in.
Were you emotionally scarred?
I've been emotionally scarred. I'm 40 years.
Emotional.
Yes.
Dude, I've been emotionally scarred for like I'm 40 years old and I still can't look at if I see a frog leg, I'm done. I would leave the establishment if I see frog legs. I'm completely done. I don't do it. No, forget them frog. So I
Oh
had
man,
to
I
do,
love having an IT person.
dude, look, right? I had to do frog legs in school, and the chef told me I had to taste it. I say I'm not doing that. And he's like, "Is your grade?" I said, "I guess I just get an F. I'm not tasting. I'm not eating frog legs."
My hardest point of culinary school was the butchering.
The butchering.
Like even the lobster, and when we had to debone the rabbit, did you have to debone a rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I had tears in my eyes, dude. Yeah, and the chef like made me do extra because of that.
That's funny.
God, what was his name? He was the one that got fired for sexual harassment.
I wasn't there at the time. He
Dang
left.
it, I can't remember
He
his
left
name.
before I got there, but I did know about him. I heard that he got around.
Yeah,
quite
he got
often.
around town.
Yep. But yeah, so grocery shopping or takeout. I get it. When you grocery shop, you get a lot of fresh ingredients. Your food is supposedly fresher, non-processed. So they say. But I don't know, man. So Levi brought up a good point last week. He said, "Is it really cheaper to go out and shop at a grocery store?" And I'm gonna let him kind of explain it because it blew my mind.
So for a single person, right? I just feed myself, just me. Obviously, when my ex and I were together, or when I had roommates and we would grocery shop, grocery shopping for a family is more affordable than trying to feed a family on takeout. But when it's just you by yourself and you actually count up what it costs to make a meal just for yourself, it's not that much cheaper, or sometimes in some cases, depending on what you're eating, it's more expensive than just swinging by Subway and grabbing a $12 sub.
Yeah, so I thought about that, and it blew my mind, man. Like, I'm sitting up here,
Especially with
Wendy's, I bought it cost me $17 at Wendy's. I thought that was too much for a freaking salad.
Yeah, and you were the only one eating.
The only one eating, right?
Yeah.
But if I would have took, like, say, Xavier and we went to Taco Bell, I get a $5 box for $5. I go shopping, I can't buy a meal for $5 to feed both of us if we'll be eating bread and cheese. 'Cause I can get bread for $1 a loaf, and I can get cheese for $1 for a couple slices.
Yeah.
But no, it blew my mind, Levi, when you brought that up, man.
So I kind of looked up some stats while I was at the clinic earlier while I was waiting around, and they say for 2023 that the rates for grocery shopping has actually gone down.
Really?
To where it's leveled to where it's supposed to actually be cheaper to grocery shop than eat out. But I guess it really depends on what you're shopping for and where you're going and how many people you've got. Like you said, one versus a family of four, which a lot of things is geared to save money. So, yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Because you cannot go out and get a $5 worth of stuff to make. See, what comes in the $5 taco box? You get a taco, you get a burrito, you get a chalupa, right? And
and then the drink, and you get the little sweets that comes with it.
Yeah, you cannot buy the ingredients for that for $5.
No, you can't. You can't. I'm still like, how the heck are they even making it $5?
Yeah.
Well, they buy their stuff in wholesale, right? So if you did plan it out over several months where you bought like a pack of tortillas and you bought cheese and you bought all this stuff, then sure, you could make your own burritos.
Yeah.
But you're talking about planning over 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Or you're talking about a couple months. When me and my buddy used to live together, we used to have go grocery shopping together. You know, for $80, I could feed the two of us for a 5-day work week, 2 meals a day. I can't do that on takeout for 2 people, right?
Yeah.
But when it's one person, that $80, I could just feed myself. I could swing by Taco Bell. I could swing by Subway. I could grab the breakfast burritos at Sonic. It's easy.
So in other words, ladies, he is single and he's looking for somebody to mingle.
And ready to mingle.
So there he is, folks. Hey, I ain't gonna say where he lives at, but he's definitely single. Hit us up on our Facebook page.
Maybe he'll take you for grocery shopping or takeout. Who knows? Subway.
So,
$12 foot long.
And I definitely grocery shop for a whole week, not one day at a time. That is crazy, Chris.
I mean, I'm getting better, man. I'm getting better. I've had this week. I actually shopped for the whole week, and but here's the thing: I think the food's already gone because I have a teenage son here. So
So yeah, not used to having stuff, and then there's like, oh,
yeah.
two
So
bags
I
of
might have to
chips.
go.
I'm
I might have to go
munch on these
shopping
all day.
again on Monday. All over again. But so I was watching this. There's this YouTube channel. This guy, what he does is he takes fast food and he turns it into a fine dining cuisine.
Really?
Yeah, so it's crazy what he does. Like he'll take McDonald's and he'll take the patty out of it and he'll make like some fabulous meals out of it. My only thought is, does it still taste like McDonald's? Can you taste
I would
the,
assume not. If you're up in
I mean,
it.
he's putting a nice sauce on there and it looks great, but I'm like, but that's still McDonald's.
So, while you're talking about a burger, did you guys go out for this new little 1 cent burger or whatever they were doing? It's supposed to be like a new form of meat.
A 1 cent burger?
There was like a 1 cent burger, 50-cent burgers and stuff like that, and everybody's saying, "Don't eat it, don't eat it." It's like, I guess it's made in a lab.
Are you talking about like the Impossible Burger?
No,
From
it's
Burger
like
King?
supposed to be like red meat made in a bag.
Huh. Now I know the Impossible Burger.
Oh yeah, I've had that. That's actually really good.
That's
at Burger
really
King.
I
like it.
Like that's if you actually get an Impossible steak, it actually bleeds. Like when
Yeah, it's beets.
you could serve it medium rare, which is that scares me. Like, and the reason why Impossible meat scares me because it tastes like a burger, but if you know, just imagine meat and how meat tastes. It tastes like meat. It don't taste like a veggie burger, and that scares me. Like that really scares me because they come that close to tasting like meat. What are they doing in the laboratory?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So-
So, anyways, the whole thing with a patty is it's just supposed to be. There's nothing real about it. Like it's all like lab grown.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I heard about the promotion about like if you go to Burger King between like September 16th through the 22nd or whatever, if you buy a combo meal, they'll give you a free burger. But that free burger was lab grown.
That's
is that
what
you're saying?
Now I haven't looked up facts on this. This is just
Okay.
talking and passing and stuff.
Yeah.
But like they are getting ready to roll. You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now. They are getting ready to roll that out, and it is all lab grown. Like there's nothing natural about it.
No, I'm good, man. Just give me my freaking steak.
Well,
Well, steak.
have you seen the episode of The Simpsons where people like started
Simpsons
eating
been
that?
predicting a lot of crap, man. I don't know. I think the person who wrote Simpsons, like from
Knew
another
some stuff. He's like a Rockefeller.
like he's from the future.
He's a time traveler.
He's a time traveler, definitely a time traveler coming back to try to warn us not to make the same mistake
Don't
twice.
eat the burger. You're gonna
And
turn
then-
into a zombie.
Right? And then we still make the same mistake twice. Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, so I know takeout is supposed to be not as healthy. But I mean, you got your salad places. You can go eat salad. You got your Panera bread if you want to eat a little bit healthier. I do find myself eating a lot more takeout than I do grocery shopping. And it's sad because I'm actually a chef. But I'd be so tired, man. I'm not going to lie. Coming back from work, at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, and then expecting to get in the kitchen and cook. I'm like, no. And I'm not even in the kitchen industry anymore. It shouldn't be an excuse, but still I find myself just like, no, I'm going to bed. I'm out by a certain. I get home at 6:30. I'm out by 6:36.
When I used to work at Domino's and you'd get off late as a delivery driver, it was just a lot easier just to take a pizza home than it was to go home and cook.
Yeah, it was. So they got. So what's the name of that pizza place here? Is it Marco's?
There is a Marco's.
Marco's, right? So I think that's the pizza place where I got really upset at them, like really, really angry. Like I've never been angry at a fast food place or a pizza place ever. So my sister was here, and she's like, "Hey, let's do pizza night and watch some movies." I was like, "All right, cool. What do you want?" She's like, "I want Marco's Pizza." I'm like, "Never heard of it." She's like, "No, they're really, really good pizza, really, really great." And she orders the pizza, and I go with her to pick it up. Well, we get in there, and I pick up the pizza, and the pizza is not done. Like, completely not done. Like, it's still frozen. And I said, excuse me, man, why are you giving me a frozen pizza? And we ordered cookies, and they gave me a tub full of cookie dough. And I was like, you didn't cook this stuff. And my sister turns around and tells me, oh, they make it, you just go and buy it, and you bring it home and you make it yourself. I was like, that's a thing? Like, if I wanted a frozen pizza, I would have went to H-E-B and got one.
Right.
Or I would have went and made my own ingredients. I was like, no, that is horrible, man. Like, I felt that was so backwards. I'm calling to order a pizza that's already frozen and pre-made that I got to come home and cook it. Purpose of a pizza night is order food that's already hot. Right. So I was like, no, never again would I ever order. I think it was Marco's. If it's not Marco's, I apologize, but I really think it's Marco's.
I've only eaten at a Marco's once, and it was a hot pizza.
It was a hot. So maybe it's not Marco's. Maybe it's another. But it's right down here, and I'm like, nope. How you gonna give me all cold ingredients and tell me to cook it? It don't taste the same. I don't have a stone oven to cook pizza.
Right.
You know, so it's gonna be horrible. So I was upset, and it was expensive too. I think I ended up paying like $80 for all that crap.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was all good. She got to eat cookie dough, and she got to eat the cookie dough. But yeah. So overall, man, to give you just some cultural background, we already talked about how Germany they tend to shop for the day. I know when I lived in the Middle East. I've noticed that they don't really shop for groceries at all. It's more like in Kuwait, they constantly eat out every day in Kuwait. This is what I've noticed. It may not be true, but my 5 years of living in Kuwait I've noticed that those people eat out and they got every major restaurant chain. They got Ruby Tuesdays. They got Church's Chicken. They got Taco Bell.
They have money over there because all the gas,
all the oil and stuff.
and everything.
But they had a Shaloski's over there. They had McDonald's. They had Olive Garden. They had and these places are packed out every night. And I noticed that these people they don't shop. They don't grocery shop at all. So I'm wondering, and that kind of explains the obesity rate over there. They're kind of plump over there, but. I don't know, man. I think I'm definitely I think I need to start not eating takeout and really start grocery shopping. But if I could save money going takeout, I think I'm going to do that. So, guys, so what do you guys like doing? Do you guys like grocery shopping? Takeout? People?
Have we explained that they can call in now that we have an IT guy?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Anytime on our show, we go live on every Monday. We'll have a new episode, and we also are able to take phone calls. So if you DM us or you hit us up on our social media site, and you would like to be part of the show, just let us know. It don't matter where you're at. You could be in any state. You could call in, and we'll tell you the date that we're recording, and you could call in, and we could possibly have you on our show. Tell us what you think, and we'll definitely love to hear that from you guys. Tell us more about what your experience is in grocery shopping or takeout. But just to flip the switch a little bit with the topic, Chef, when you're in the kitchen, when you're in the restaurant, where do you guys use a lot of fresh ingredients?
Oh, yeah.
Is it more so like canned?
Oh, no. Most places that I've worked at use a lot of fresh. Now, we will take canned stuff for a base and add to it and make things. But, yeah, the majority of the places that I've worked at, there's not a lot of frozen pre-made stuff coming in. Now, there may be a can of salsa that comes in that we turn that into something else by adding onions and more tomatoes and fresh garlic and cilantro and stuff like that. But, that's just a base.
Do you have a problem with, getting... I'm not going to say fresh ingredients because it's supposed to be fresh, but expire or bad ingredients. Every
once in a while, you'll have to dented cans and stuff like that because of the botulism and everything like that. So yeah, but on a regular basis, no, they're pretty on point.
Okay. So how does that work? Do you guys send that back?
We circle it on the order form and then let the driver know, and then he lets them know, and then we get a credit for it.
Okay. And most of the time, all those ingredients are fresh, like your tomatoes or cilantro.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like that. Okay. The reason why I asked that question because I had a friend who apparently he thinks that every time he orders food in a restaurant, it's made to order and it's fresh.
We spoke to him about him. We spoke about him.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so I brought that up because I was talking to another guy at work, and
Like he thinks that it's made that second.
made that second. So I talked to a guy at work, and he was telling me that he doesn't like eating at restaurants, like the food chain restaurants, like a Outback Steakhouse, or because none of their ingredients are fresh. And I started thinking, I was looking, I said, what ingredients do you not think is fresh? He was like the lettuce and stuff like that, and the veggies. I was like, well, I said, bro, you're not making any sense. If you get a carrot, that carrot's a fresh vegetable. He's like, no, like that carrot probably been packaged, like it comes. He think it comes inside a package and sealed, whether they're like in a crate or whatever. I was like, well, that's still a fresh vegetable, man.
Yeah,
Like,
so it comes in the crate, you shave it, you wash them, and you hold them in water so they don't brown.
Yeah, so I was trying to explain that to him. He did for some reason he didn't get it, and I was like, dude, I really am so confused. So like, when you go out to eat, where do you go? And he was telling me some places where he goes where he said he knows they have fresh ingredients. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you, man, because every restaurant that I've worked at, we've always had fresh ingredients.
No, I mean, even Domino's, their vegetables that are on top of the pizzas come in fresh. We offload them off the truck that day. We sort them into the containers that day. We might put them in a refrigerator, and they might sit in the refrigerator for 2 or 3 days at most. But like even places like Domino's have fresh vegetables.
Yeah, every place has.
There's no other way to do it. I mean, unless they're canned vegetables, which
maybe
can
that's
last
what
for a
he's
long
thinking.
time,
Maybe that's what he's thinking of.
You can tell the difference between a head of lettuce that was in a refrigerator versus lettuce that was, stewed in a can.
Exactly. So maybe that's what he was talking about.
You can buy lettuce in a can?
I don't think so.
Hey,
I was like, hold on, does he mean cabbage or is he talking about carrots? I've never opened a can of
So
lettuce.
you can tell the difference between spinach that is fresh and spinach that is in a can. There's a difference.
Yeah. So you know what? Hey, I did find out that it's completely off topic, but they got possum in the can.
Oh, I've seen that stupid meme. Is that real?
That's real.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
You imagine getting a can and you dump it out and there's a half a whole possum just in that can.
Sound like Buster had something to do with that.
My grandfather patting his whole possum, man.
He didn't tell y'all about it. You're gonna get the royalties later.
All right. Yeah,
that canned possum, you can see.
Apparently, it's a thing, man. Possum in a can.
We could come up with a chi-chis.
Chi-chis in a can.
Yeah.
No, so we'll have to do it like
Breaded chi-chi.
breaded chi-chi. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, that's hilarious. But yeah, so apparently, I guess he thought everything was in a can, and he, I don't know, he's a weird guy.
Yeah, that's definitely, it's someone who hasn't like gotten out much.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I don't know, but I mean, there's a couple places restaurants that I would like to try. Maybe sometime next week.
Yes, I'm excited to do a review.
We could do a review, and we'll incorporate that into our next segment of our show, or our next show, which is going to be next week. I think what's the name of that show? I have what is true authentic. So maybe we could hit up see, here's the thing, like we're in Texas, Mexican food everywhere. So
Yeah.
maybe we should try something different. Like
Italian?
We could do Italian or Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Because Mediterranean has a lot of...
Or Vietnamese. Authentic Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Because Italy is definitely not in the Mediterranean.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Well, I'm talking about Mediterranean. I'm talking about freaking... what's that?
You're talking like hummus, pita, all
Hummus and
that.
pita and stuff like that.
Falafel.
There's a lot of... there's a good Mediterranean restaurant by the airport, but I don't know if I want to go that far.
By where?
The
The airport? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, their food is quite delicious. But yeah,
We could always go to Chinatown one day. We're feeling adventurous.
Look, I'm down to go wherever you guys want to go, as long as they're not serving reptiles. As long as if they're not serving reptiles, I'm down. Look, I almost stopped going to this Chinese restaurant over here because I walked by and them they had frog legs just sitting there, And I'm sitting there like,
Were they jumping around?
No, they was not jumping around. They were dead and deep fried.
Rip.
They were dead and deep fried.
I don't think that frogs are reptiles, aren't they?
Amphibians? It's
Well,
all the
yeah.
same. It's all the same.
I was about to say amphibians.
Look,
Same.
it lives in
That
the...
is not the same.
It lives in the water.
He's
It's
so
a reptile.
scarred he can't even talk correctly about it.
It lives in the water. It's a reptile.
Listen,
He
that
has
would make
emotional
fish
damage.
tacos. Are fish reptiles?
You know what, man? You know what? I don't like you guys no more.
Why is catfish called catfish? Is it half
Because it
mammal?
has whiskers.
I'm just, that when you butcher them, they make a. That's why I can't butcher them. They really do. Have you ever butchered a catfish, bro?
I have. I never heard.
They like kind of. Well, maybe it was the weird one that we had to butcher. I don't know.
You sure it wasn't a cat? Oh my god.
It's like it does. It's not exactly like a cat, but I mean, it squeals.
So
I have a question.
So
I have
would a
a
dogfish bark?
Oh
No.
my god. Chris, have you
Is
ever
there a
tried
dog-
gator? Have you ever tried gator?
No, I'm not.
Tried gator
I'm
tail?
You
not-
never had gator.
Never had gator. I don't do.
Dang.
do
See you
reptiles.
later. No, I'm just kidding.
No, right? I don't like. I have.
Gator's
tried,
good.
I did try a snake, but here's the thing: I ate ostrich.
Yeah, I've never ate ostrich. That's an odd thing.
I tasted the snake. It was a snake jerky, and I put it. I was like, oh no, I'm good, and I put it down.
Snake is good eating. That's
I
good
don't know if
food.
I've ever had snake. I don't think I have. I've had shark. I've had
I
alligator.
had shark.
I've had squirrel. I've
I
had rabbit.
squirrel. I had a rabbit.
I've ate deer.
Of course, deer.
Wild boar. I
Wild
was
boar?
starting to say
Wild
wild
boar
bear.
is good.
Wild
Yeah.
bear.
I've had that
It's
wild
a lot,
bear.
It's a lot leaner than what the stuff you'll find at like the.
Yeah. Oh, I've had bear.
Bear. I had bear.
Where do you eat bears?
I have
So
elk.
there's this restaurant downtown. Well, no, it's more in the Heights area. It's called Rainbow Lodge. They have elk. They have bear. They have.
I had elk before.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've made elk ribs. I did it for a chef's dinner at April Sound Country Club one time.
I had bear. I had elk. Ostrich. Surprisingly, when I ate it, the guy didn't tell me it was ostrich.
I feel like it would be rubbery.
No. Well, the piece that I had, and it could be different, but my experience when he gave it to me, I cut it up and I ate it, and I was like, oh man, this tastes like steak. It literally tastes like steak. It tastes like steak. I was like, oh wow.
Really?
Yeah,
So is it red meat?
I don't know. I never seen it dead. I always seen
But
it already
like when
cooked.
it came to your plate, what did it look like? Did it
No,
look like a steak?
he brung it. So I lived in the Middle East, and he bought ostrich from the local store.
Okay.
And he cooked it and made it into like a breakfast wrap. And before I ate the breakfast wrap, he had a piece of the ostrich that he was eating for lunch. He's like, "Here, try it before you get the breakfast wrap." And I took a piece of it. And I was like, "Oh man, this is really good and seasoned. It tastes like steak. It has the texture of a steak." And he was like, "Huh, interesting." And then from then on, I was hooked. I was ordering them breakfast wraps like crazy.
Oh, that is really interesting.
Yeah.
I know you can eat their eggs. I didn't know that.
That is a lot of egg, man.
Oh yeah, that's a big old fat egg.
Like I seen people crack those open. I'm like, the amount that comes out of it makes me sick.
I've had duck eggs.
Duck eggs.
Yeah, it's just there's no difference between a duck egg and a chicken egg except for the size of the egg
Well, I heard quail eggs were
and the
horrible.
yolk. Huh?
I heard quail eggs were horrible.
Oh, quail eggs. I have served them at a restaurant that we worked at, Rainbow Lodge. Any kind
Crack
of wild
open
game
that
that you want.
beer.
And
Don't be scared.
But I never tasted it. We put it on top of a salad.
Salad.
Yeah,
So-
over easy dove leg.
I had a
or
quail egg, and I tasted the quail egg and I almost threw up. I'm good on the tasty. I almost threw up on the quail egg. I'm good on the quail egg.
I'm down to try just about any kind of food. Just there's certain foods in the ocean I'm squeamish about. Like oysters and clams.
Oysters is surprisingly good. Now, if you haven't tried it, don't eat the oysters here in Texas.
The man who won't try gator tail is telling me that oysters are good.
They're really
Yeah,
good.
you know, how many of you guys eat those things? It reminds me of a big fat loogie.
Yeah.
On a cracker with hot sauce. Like,
Right.
and Andy, if you're listening, I know you follow us on the page. I know you and John eat those things like crack. They put them on crackers
Yeah.
and put a little hot sauce on it. And she said she lets that oyster slide down her throat and then they eat the cracker. And I'm just like, "Bleh." Just the thought of it
So why don't you
sliding.
just let it slide down your throat, then eat the cracker instead of putting on your cracker and letting it slide down your throat? That kind of defeats the purpose.
Emotional damage.
So my experience, the first time I had oysters was 19 raw,
They said they're great, yeah.
and we left it inside the shell, and we mixed up. He had some. We made what's that? Kimchi,
Okay.
and then we blended the kimchi up. That was a dipping sauce. For
That's
it.
like a week process
Yeah.
or longer.
So we blended it up, and then we took some champagne, like a rosé champagne, chopped up some shallots, mixed it up, and let it sit, and that was the other dipping sauce. And then we had 2 other dipping sauces or whatever. And when I said that I had the oysters for the first time, it was real salty and really delicious, surprisingly. And I was scared to even try it. I ain't gonna lie, I was really scared to try it. And I tried it, I was like, wow, that's not bad. And then I found out that every oyster don't taste the same.
So you've got salty loogies,
You got
you've
so
got
you got extreme
hard loogies, you've got soft ones.
You got so you got some that are salty, extremely salty. Then you got some that's not so salty. You got some that are bigger than the other. Some are a little bit sweet, depending on where they're from. What, man?
It's not the flavor that turns me off. It's the texture.
Exactly.
God.
Well, how
Yeah.
about if we blind tested you, cover your eyes and cover your nose, you'll never know the difference.
I would still know what it feels like.
No, you won't.
They feel like
We're gonna have to do that.
No, we're not going to have to do that.
I'm gonna have to skip on that too,
Why?
unless you
Okay,
got.
look,
you
We
need
have
so,
we have the sweet flavored
So
snot.
I would try alligator if you guys try oysters, and we'll do it on the show. I know where to get it.
alligator is so much more pleasant.
Yeah.
How do you
It's
know
like
they
a
ain't
little
never tried
chicken
oysters?
nugget.
Uh,
What about oysters Rockefeller? That's like baked.
oyster rock.
I would do
great.
that.
No, we're gonna do it raw. We're gonna do it raw. That's how we're gonna do it. You're gonna eat them motherfuckers raw. I'm gonna have to edit that now.
All right, but here's the deal. I'm willing to try an oyster again if you're willing to try gator.
I'll
But
try
here's
gator.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. At the end of that meal, you're going to enjoy gator, and you're going to be looking forward to eating more gator. And I will never again touch oysters. I promise you that.
No. If
Yeah.
we're gonna get the oyster.
Yeah, I can't see that tasting it's gonna be like, ooh, now I want to go
No.
get some oysters. Like
I've had oysters here in Texas. They're horrible. They're horrible. Now the ones
because they're from the Gulf.
they're from the Gulf. They're horrible. The one I had in Maine, in Boston area, they were freaking delicious. It was actually quite refreshing. The oysters were
The refreshing snot.
refreshing.
Is that fresh? Not.
Well, anyway, so yeah, we'll definitely do that, man. I'll try a little piece of alligator.
Well, maybe we should record that one live, and
Yeah, we could do that.
maybe
But
we
now,
can win a
one thing
bunch
I
of money
won't-
if we send it in America's Funniest
One thing I
Videos.
won't do, and we'll just cancel the whole thing. I'm not eating a freaking frog. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not
That's
doing
when
it.
I'll eat an oyster.
No, okay. Well, I guess we won't be doing it. We can count that. We can count that out. I'm not doing. Because as soon as if that leg jumps, I'm telling you, I'm done. That leg jumps, I'm done. I'm done with it.
I need a ribbit sound effect.
You don't like my ribbit sound?
Ribbit.
I'm done. I'm done, man.
That's solid.
Do you just eating? Oh no, I'm good. Xavier, would you eat frog legs?
You've got hip scars.
Would you eat alligator?
No.
Good boy.
What?
What?
He don't. Well, he doesn't eat seafood, so I can see that.
Yeah.
He doesn't eat no seafood.
Yeah, but gators are fresh water. It's
It's
different.
still seafood.
It's not, but you don't get it out of the sea. It's fresh water. It's
Okay,
fresh water.
fresh food, fresh water.
And
food.
sometimes they live on land, so it's actually you're kind of actually just eating a land animal.
It's weird because my cancers. I'm actually a Cancer. That's I'm water sign.
Oh, okay.
So it's funny that I don't even eat stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm also a Cancer. I'm a Cancer who had cancer. It's
Team
awesome.
Cancer,
What? I'm a Scorpio. What is that? What am I?
Scorpion. You're a Scorpio. Isn't that a scorpion?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, what is it? Am I fire or water? Or I think
No,
I'm
you're a
maybe
land creature.
I'm a land creature.
Yeah, you like to be on the dirt, in the ground. You don't like water.
I
You
come
like,
from the mud.
but you like water though. You like to go swimming and stuff.
That's what Kevin Gates says. I come from the mud.
But that's because he's from Louisiana. Them people are. I'm not gonna say that, but people in Louisiana, man, they definitely love to cook, and they have some good food.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
You
gonna.
can go to a gas station in Louisiana and get some boudin balls.
Yeah.
I done that and drove back 24 miles and got back and got some more boudin. I was coming back from was coming back from, I think, Georgia, and I was about
Georgia.
30 miles from Texas, and I pulled over and grabbed some fried boudin. First time I've ever had it. And I got about 5 miles to Texas, and I was like, man, these are real good. I drove the 30 miles back just to get some more, and then drive back across. It was really good. But yeah, so I don't know. We had I think didn't we have a word of the day, Chef?
Maillard.
The Maillard reaction was our word of the day. So my question is, does anybody out there in the podcast world know what the Maillard reaction is? Well, we're going to tell you what the Maillard reaction is. The Maillard reaction is, do you have that, Chef? Do you have it?
I don't have the actual definition, but we spoke about this last time.
Yeah, so all it is just searing your steak, getting that crust on your steak, searing your chicken, searing any type of meat with the fats and the sugar comes together, and it makes a crust on your meat. That's the Maillard reaction. It brings a lot of flavor to your food. I suggest that you guys do it to every meal, every meat that you guys cook, whether you're going to stew it. I suggest sear your meat first to lock those flavors in. No, we're not searing gator, and we're not searing frog.
Why are we not searing gator?
We're not searing frog legs.
I've never seen gator come in that way. Like, I've always seen it fried.
So I'm getting
little nuggets.
Usually it's
with, like, a
fried.
little spicy
Usually you can
sauce.
get like fried gator tail in a taco. That's how you eat it. It's really
a fried gator tail inside. So you got a big tail inside a.
No, they take the tail of the gator, they chop it up into meat, they fry the little pieces of meat, they put it in a taco, and they give it to you. It's really good.
So there's this place down the street. They sell gator balls.
Ugh.
So I mean, not. So I thought it was gator balls, but it's
that's
not,
what I was about to say.
But it's not gator balls. But I didn't know that. You know,
It's like, I didn't even know.
It was like, we want to order some gator balls, and I just immediately like, what the heck are you guys ordering, man? It's like, no, it's just, I guess it's like popcorn shrimp, but like gator, small pieces of gator. And I was like, that's horrible.
That actually sounds really good.
Y'all people are weird.
When you said gator balls, I was like, is this like the Chitlins episode 2.0?
Hey, I have had cow balls.
So you like them Rocky Mountain oysters? Huh?
Yeah, they're called Rocky Mountain oysters, and they're like a delicacy. I was tricked into eating them as a kid. I had no clue.
I can't understand. I don't understand it. So, a lot of guys are.
They're breaded and fried.
They like their masculinity. Mm-hmm. So you start talking about anything of that lower half, they're like, oh, that's gay, or that's this. But then they'll turn around and say, yep, I would put a whole ball in my mouth, man. Rocky Mountain oyster. And I'm like, I won't eat a Rocky Mountain oyster. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not putting a male ball in my mouth.
It's not so much of that. It's that it's an organ. I eat meat. Meat is made out of muscle. If it's not a muscle, I'm not eating it.
Yeah, I'm not. You got to realize that stuff.
You can keep the intestines, the heart, the liver, the testicles, all that good stuff is what you clean out of the animal.
Exactly. Like, so you put that, you're eating Rocky Mountain oysters at one point in time, something passed through that. Yeah. Just going to leave that thought there.
What do you mean, like sperm? I'm so confused.
I mean, that is typically what passes through testicles. Yes.
Oh my God, you guys should see her face.
And back next week, we're going to be having, we'll have sex education next week.
Lord.
That was hilarious.
What was it? It was the chitlin episode. Did you listen to that episode? Where I thought it was pork intestines?
No, you thought it was intestines of every animal.
Oh, or chicken.
Of every animal.
Turkey. You thought it was turkey. I grew up understanding that chitlins was the intestines of any animal. That's how my grandmother explained it to me. Then Chris told me that it's usually meant for pork. When you buy it at the store, it's pork intestines.
Yeah, it says if somebody tells you that they want to eat some chitlins, most likely it's gonna be pork, because you go to HEB, it's gonna be labeled as pork chitlins. Yeah. So not only are you
like I know turkeys, it's like called the gizzards or whatever, right? Yeah. That's the esophagus.
Yeah, chicken has gizzards too.
Yeah, gizzards are yeah.
Livers? I don't freaking know.
It's like they're.
I'm not that great with insides.
Oh my god. That is hilarious. I'm not great to.
But what did you mean pass through it? That's what you were talking about, right?
Yeah, I was
What,
trying to.
what do you think
I was
passes through?
I was trying to keep it G-rated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like, sperm.
I'm like, hold on, what is he talking about?
Oh man,
Oh
that's funny.
God.
Oh man.
I'm not that great with male anatomy stuff.
Hey, some people aren't. So it's okay. But yeah, folks. Well, I can say it's almost about that time. We talked about grocery shopping and takeout versus groceries. What do you prefer? Once a week, once a month, once a day? Do you even go grocery shopping? Are you single? Do you shop for yourself? Are you married? Do you shop for you and your significant other? Do you have a family?
DoorDash, Uber Eats.
DoorDash, Uber Eats.
That's
You know
where
what?
it gets expensive.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
extra, that extra delivery charge adds up.
And you know they jack those prices up on those items too on the app.
Every time. Like I remember one time, man, I was sending Xavier money like every day to DoorDash, and when I went back and looked at my account, I was like, "Holy crap!" Like, nope, not doing that no more.
Oh yeah.
Not doing that. You better go make you a peanut butter and jelly, homie, or a grilled cheese sandwich, a grilled toast, or a
Grilled toast
Grilled
or
toast.
the sandwich. Do we want to get back into that again?
is grilled cheese.
What is y'all's opinion? Is a grilled cheese sandwich toast with cheese, or is it 2 pieces of bread with butter and cheese? A sandwich.
I say grilled cheese sandwich is 2 pieces of bread and cheese.
Grilled cheese. Grilled cheese.
But then if you go some places, a grilled cheese is 1 bread with cheese on top, grilled
Yeah, and
cheese.
those places are ripping you off. They're stealing the top half of your sandwich.
Well, you know what the biggest ripoffs are? Is when you go to Buffalo Wild Wings and Wingstops and Wings-More, and they sell you 2 pieces of chicken, which is only 1 wing. And they charge you for 2 of them, but it's really 1 wing. And they we're giving you 6. No, you really gave me 2, or you really gave me 3. But they charge you a lot for the flats and the somewhere.
Oh yeah. There's some places like at suburbs we wouldn't even give them a flat
Really?
because it would make everything else off balance.
Really?
Yep.
Man, look, I'm going to open up a restaurant. I'm going to serve true buffalo wings, and it's just going to be the wings. You get all of them. You don't get chopped in half and charge me different. But so that's just me. Yeah. So, but yeah. So let us know what you guys do. Next month, I'm going to try Chef Jay and Levi. I'm going to try to get some Texans tickets. And what we're going to do with the Texans tickets is we're going to see if we can give away 2 free tickets to a fan.
Oh,
So
nice.
just to let you guys know, I want to tell you on the show, when I went to the Astros game on Tuesday, one of the guys that didn't go, he found out that he wasn't going at the last minute. So he transferred me 2 tickets over. And I'm like, well, man, I don't know if I can find somebody in the next 3 hours to go to the game. I'm already in Houston with these tickets. So what I did is that I went up to a random person and asked him, hey, would you like 2 free Astros tickets?
Oh, that's awesome.
And he's like, yeah, sure. What is the catch? I said, the catch is you had to go onto our Facebook page or any of our social media page, like it, share it, and comment on it, and send a picture, and I'll give you 2 free tickets. So he did that, somewhat. I don't know if he was computerly inclined, but he did like it, and he did share it, and he did take a picture. So I gave him the 2 free tickets.
Nice.
So what I'm thinking about doing is go ahead and get these tickets next month for the month of October to a Texans game. And see if we could actually have 2 of our fans go to a Texans game, take a picture, share it, and post it on our Facebook page. Tell them thank you inside the lunchbox
Yeah.
for the 2 tickets for the Texans game. So that's my
Nice.
plan. That's our plan. And then we'll talk about it more later.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, so do you have anything, Chef?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything. You want to say that definition of Maillard again?
The Maillard reaction is the
Browning of meat.
browning of your meat, the sugars breaking down, the fat breaking down, and it causes what it does, it makes a crust on your meat, and it actually locks in the flavor of your meat as well. So that's the reason why a lot of chefs, they do it whenever they're getting ready to cook, and it provides a lot of flavor. I don't know the true definition of it, but that's the gist of it. It's break down into sugar and the fats, and which causes a crust.
Oh yeah.
So it's definitely a thing that you must do to all your meats.
Oh yeah.
So Levi, you got anything? Nope. So first of all, I want to thank Levi for coming on board to help us out with our shortcomings with our soundboard, because apparently I wasn't moving fast enough to push certain buttons, and we was having some little issues. But now I think we fixed that. So I think we're done for the day. If you guys don't have anything, I guess.
You know, one sound effect I do want to see on there? It's like little chirping birds.
So you can mess with me and my Chi-Chi birds?
Hey, does anyone out there in podcast land make T-shirts or know someone that makes T-shirts?
You know what, my mom does it, but we could see. But I think we have somebody on our page that does that.
Really?
Yeah.
I want some Inside the Lunchbox shirts, and I want a Chi-Chi bird on it.
Chi-Chi bird?
I'm for real, bro.
Yeah, you could go ahead, man. Yeah. But yeah, so we could definitely find something like that with a shirt on there, with the Chi-Chi birds and everything. Well, guys, I want to say this concludes our show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Inside the Lunchbox, this is your boy Chef Mac
And Chef Jay.
and we got Levi
Maximus.
Maximus on the ones and twos. See you guys next week. Love you guys.